Hey guys, back again. I'm going to do some more reading from the UCC connection. This is the next page after where I left off on the last video. Section 34, Accommodation Party. Let's look at how the states have become the accommodation party to the national debt. Many people who I have talked to, including the governor, are very concerned about this, and I know that it could happen very soon. If America is declared a bankrupt nation, it will be a national emergency. FEMA will then take over, and anyone who opposes the creditor's new government can be sent to a detention camp in Alaska. We will have no rights whatsoever. They have already set up prison camps with work camps nearby so that people can be used for slave labor. It could be the governors, legislators, and other leaders who would be hauled away to Alaska, while the people now disenfranchised from power would likely be chosen to run the new government. This could all happen very soon, as the national debt is so large as to be unpayable. Even the interest on the debt is virtually unpayable. As I explained, the national debt, more than $3 trillion, which is now trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars, right? This was written a long time ago, is not owed by the continental United States. It is owed by the federal United States that was given authority to borrow bank credit. When Congress worked for the continental United States, it could only borrow silver and gold. Therefore, the national debt was borrowed by the federal United States, not the continental United States. The federal United States had to trap the states into assuming the debt obligation of the federal debt. In the UCC, Uniform Commercial Code, we find the term accommodation party. How did the states become the accommodation party to the federal debt? The federal government forced the states to deal in Federal Reserve notes. When did this happen? 1933, right? Which means that everything that the states do and have done is colorable. Federal Reserve notes are colorable money. Something that appears to be but isn't what it appears to be. Under the colorable jurisdiction of the UCC, all of the states are accommodation parties to the federal debt. The concern now is to find out how we can get out of this situation. I told the governor that in the common law and the law of merchants, the international law of merchant, there's a term called no interest contract. A no interest contract is unenforceable and void. What is a no-interest contract? Section 35, no-interest contract. If I were to insure a house that did not belong to me, that would be a no-interest contract. I would just want the house to burn down. I would pay a small premium, perhaps a few $100s, and insure it for $80,000 against fire. Again, these are, amounts from a long time ago. Then I would be waiting for the house to burn down so I could trade my small premium for $80,000. I would have no interest in living in or owning the house. Under the common law, this is called a no-interest contract, which is enforceable in any court and therefore void. Unenforceable in any court and therefore void. Section 36, unconscionable contracts. No-interest contracts are called unconscionable contracts. The section in the Anderson Code on unconscionable contracts covers more than 40 pages. The federal United States has made each state an accommodation party to the federal debt, which could be proven to be an unconscionable contract. We should get some litigation into courts before the government declares a national emergency, claiming that this state has no lawful responsibility for the national debt, or any state, right? He's speaking of his particular state. No lawful responsibility for the national debt of the federal United States, because it became an accommodation party to this debt through an unconscionable no-interest contract. We have this litigation before the courts under international law. If we have this litigation before the courts under international law, when the nation is declared bankrupt, the creditors would have to settle this matter first, and it would delay them. They would want the new government to appear legitimate. So they could not just move right in and take over the state, because it would be an international court. This is very important at this time. So that's what I have so far. I don't want to go too long here. Hope Hope you liked it. Sorry for the mistakes. Keep learning. Take care.